Yo, you see that in the bottom left corner? Best boy ever is here in Zero. What's up, y'all? It's time. Zero has a third Narukami clan event. Tachikaze has 0. It's a big win for non-dinosaur fans, I guess. And a very sad day for dinosaur fans. My sincere apologies for everything you've had to go through. And I pray that Tachikaze gets added to the game again, and stops being extinct. That would be pretty cool. But anyway, today we have a clan event, and of course it is Best Boy Henry who's added as a skin too. I'm gonna go buy this skin as soon as possible because big love, my favorite character in G, period. So yes, he's an absolute Omega Chad, the greatest character development that you could ever ask for, in my opinion. So you can kind of see the usual, of course, in terms of the clan events. There's nothing new, it's just the usual shebang. But as usual, let's go through all the cards and all that kind of stuff. You can see here the bonus skins and whatnot. We have Mamoru Day 1, the G Next Rin Day 2. By the way, the original Rin skin was a boost once. Meanwhile, Mamoru has been like, what, 5 times? So you definitely get a lot of money. You're bang for your buck if you bought Mamoru, basically, with your free token. Then we have Kazuma after that, and then of course the G Next Shion. I'm probably gonna buy both Rin and Shion because I really like their uniforms in the high school arc. So it is money, but it feels like it's going to the right place, I guess. Anyway, enough talking about skins, let's talk about cards. I love cards, dude. Don't you love cards? I love cards. So, this Narukami wave is pretty mild, so I would say it's a good time to catch up on old stuff. The reason why I say that is because if you go here, you can pick up cards from the past. So for example, with Voltage, I only have 3 copies, and it doesn't let me open the card for some reason, but I would like to open the card. There we go. I only have 3 copies, so like I want to get a 4th one, so I'm actually going to just use 30k of my, the coins to get a 4th one. But in this wave, we have a new GR, which is Dragonic Vanquisher VMAX. Now VMAX says GB3, Thunderstrike 5, which is not that hard to achieve. When it attacks the Vanguard, if your opponent has 4 or less damage, unfortunately, you can count +2 to deal your opponent 1 damage. So people are saying like you want to be running the Desert Gunners for this to basically like stop the intercept, swing with this first, damage them, and then go ham on the face in order to actually win the game. Because this will push them to 5, and then you will take out a PG or a Heal Guard with this, and then you want to take out more Heal Guards with the rest of your attacks. Or win the game. That's also pretty good. But then his other skill is when this unit attacks the Vanguard, for every face-up Vanquisher in your G-zone, you can choose one other rear guard of your opponents and battle with it. So again, you want to run the Desert Gunners because with this you can stop the intercept and then battle them, and that way you clear out the whole board in one fell swoop. So I think the Desert Gunners will become a lot more important with this wave of Vanquisher than before. We also have Eradicator support, so we have Dragonic Descendant Zillion, I think this one was. So it says Vanguard Circle, when placed, if your heart is a Descendant, you can G Persona Blast to get the following ability. Once per turn at the end of the attack that this battled, if the attack did not hit, you can Soul Blast 2, count +1 and discard 2, in order to stand this unit, draw 2 and lose a drive. And honestly, like, yes, you have to run Descendant in order to use this card, but this honestly feels like pretty good support for Eradicators. Like, you have a pretty strong, like, stride to go into, and it's only a triple rare, which means it's going to be easy to gather 4 and actually run a pretty good deck, in my opinion. So you can use this twice per game, and, like, once your opponent's on 5 from you, like, hitting them with all of your crits and stuff, I think it's honestly pretty good. Then moving forward, we have Jariru. So this guy is Thunderstrike support, says Vanguard Circle GB1, Thunderstrike 2. During your turn, get +4k, and then all of your opponent's units lose intercept. So you can't stride over him to use that, but when you ride him, you can +1 Soul +1 to look at top 5 cards of your deck, and then find a Thunderstrike ability card from among them and add it to your hand. So sadly, we don't have the second Vanquisher yet. That'll be in the next wave, so let's wait for that. But I don't think you need to get any of this guy. Like, he's not really that good. I don't know why they made him a triple rare. And then we have the Wyvern Defender Gold. So it's a new PG. This says, of course, it's a PG, and then GB1 Thunderstrike 2. When it boosts, at the end of the battle, it boosted a Thunderstrike ability card. You can Soul Blast 1 and retire one of your other rear guards in order to bounce this unit back to your hand, and then choose one of your, randomly retire one of your opponent's rear guards, prioritizing the back row. So it's pretty good. It's a PG that bounces and pops something, which, I mean, the cost is to Soul Blast 1 and retire something else, but it's not too bad, but I think you still want to run the counter-charging ones. So again, that is also potential skip. So far, like, all you need is 2 VMAX, I would say. 2 is like more than enough. You won't have any opportunity to use anything else than that, like other than that, I think. 4 Descendant, I would say Descendant is actually pretty good. Skip on the other triples, maybe the PGs, like if you think you will use them, but I don't think they're that good compared to like the Anastasia that's going to come later on. Then for the double rares, we have Bijam. This card is Vanguard Rearguard Circle. It's a grade 3 with 10k power. Raigeki. 2, so Thunderstrike 2, when the attack hits a Vanguard, counts 1, soul boss 1, and then look at the top cards of your deck equal to the same amount of cards that your opponent has in their bind zone, and then you can choose 2 cards with the Thunderstrike ability and call them, and at the end of the turn, you bind this unit. Sorry, you bind those units. You bind the units that you call. Is this Dungaree support? It feels like Dungaree support. So again, another skippable card. Then we have the new Dragonic Death Scythe, which is also an Eradicator. So when placed on Rearguard Circle, if Vanguard is a Descendant, you can count +1 and then randomly retire one of your opponent's Rearguards. And then Rearguard Circle, if your Descendant Vanguard is placed, you can put this unit to your soul to choose one of your opponent's front row Rearguards and retire it. It's actually a pretty good card. I think you do want to run for this in Descendant, so it is a good double rare to pick up 4 times. Then we have the Trainee Monk Dragon. Thunderstrike 1, when attacks the Vanguard gets +2k, so it's a grade 1. And then GB1, when your Vanquisher, if your Vanguard is a Vanquisher, you can put this to Soul to then choose one of your Vanguards and give it the following ability, which is when this unit would attack the Vanguard, it also battles with one of the opponent's Rearguards too. So I guess if you want to use this on the other Vanquisher strides, you can use this, maybe pick up just in case, but I'm not sure if this will be that good, and I don't think you really have space for it. Then we have another Eradicator, the Strike Slash Dragon. Rearguard Circle GB1, when it boosts an attack, it's a Vanguard. If your Vanguard is a Descendant, you countercharge 1. That's a good card, I would also run that. And then Rearguard Circle once per turn, when your Descendant, at the end of the battle, your Descendant Vanguard attacked. If the attack did not hit, you Soul Charge 1. So it's pretty good. Gets you a lot of resources that you need for Descendant itself, which makes paying for its cost a bit cheaper. Then we have Manas. This is Vanguard Rearguard Circle GB1 when attacks the Vanguard gains 4k, and then Rearguard Circle Thunderstrike 1 when the attack hits a Rearguard, you can choose that card and put it from the drop zone into the bind zone. So that's pretty cool. I don't wonder if they put that on a grade 2 or it's just a grade 3 there. We have the Martial Arts Dragon, which is honestly not a bad card. Vanguard Circle, when placed, Vanguard you can kill almost 1 soul boss 1, and then you choose one of your opponent's front row Rearguards and retire it, and then choose a random card in your opponent's drop zone and bind it. So if your opponent goes aggro on you, you can punish them. It's kind of like a Blaster Blade. And then a Rearguard Circle, it's GB1, Thunderstrike 2. During your turn, get +3k, so it's a 12k attacker. So if you want to run 12k attackers, this could be a nice alternative where it gives you an extra payoff for riding it, especially going second against more aggressive decks, or just against stuff that maybe got lucky, right? You know, they check some heals early, you just bind those, right? So I don't know if you'll need this or if you have, I don't think you have space for it, but it might be a worthy pickup for the long term. But the number one best, like honestly, I think the second best card in this whole clan event is Fatine. She says, Thunderstrike 2 Rearguard Circle, when placed, Soul Blast 1, draw a card. It's that easy. Not even GB1. You just have to have 2 cards in your opponent's bind zone and use Soul Blast 1 to draw 1. I think you want to pick up 4 of this. You can craft it if you want to, but honestly, pick up 4. It's a very, very good card. Huge recommendation. I think you want to run like 3 of her. So definitely pick her up. She will be good in the future too. Then we have the Jin Stand. GB1 when placed on rear for that turn gain 3k, and then choose a unit, give it the following ability. Vanguard Rearguard Circle, Thunderstrike 1, when attack hits a Vanguard, you randomly retire one of your opponent's Rearguards, and then you randomly bind a card from their drop zone. Not really worth running stands over, so I think that's going to be a pass. We have a new starter, Ascetic Draco Kid. GB1 Rearguard Circle, sorry, not GB1, Thunderstrike 1 Rearguard Circle when it boosts gains 2k, and then GB1 at during your turn. When another player's other Rearguard is retired, you can retire this card in order to randomly retire one of your opponent's Rearguards, and then randomly bind one of the cards in your opponent's bind zone. In your opponent's drop zone, sorry. It's only during your turn, but I guess it's pretty cool. Again, not sure if it's really worth running over the grade 3 Searcher because of how desperately you need to see your Vanquisher. We have the Eradicator starter here as well. If you have a Descendant Vanguard and the attack does hit the opponent's Vanguard, then you can bounce this back to your hand, which is, I guess you can discard it because it's an Eradicator, but that's about it, I guess. And then some commons, we have the grade 3 Zuitan. So Rearguard Circle, if you have a Descendant Vanguard, when it attacks, you can +1 to give this unit +5k. And then when your Descendant Vanguard attacks, you can retire this card to give your Vanguard +5k. So not really great. We have the Zoom Dive Dragoon. Thunderstrike 2 can +1 for that turn. All of your front row Thunderstrike ability units get +2k. Again, this means you can't use like Desert Gunners and stuff, which I'm not a big fan of, so that's a pass for me as well. This says when your Descendant Vanguard attacks, you can count +1 for that turn. One of your other units and this unit get +4k. Not worth the CB. Seyobo. Oh, Seyobo is back. That's cool. Rearguard Circle, when your Descendant Vanguard attacks, count +1 and give one of your other units and this unit +4k. Again, not worth it. And that's the last card. So In terms of good cards in this set, is like VMAX you pick up twice, Descendant you pick up 4 times, you skip I think on the other triple rares, you skip on the double rares that are not Descendant and the Monk Dragon and the Countercharger, and then for the rares like maybe Martial Arts, but you want to pick up 4 Fatin, and then like maybe the starters I guess is like a 1 of each. And then the commons, honestly, most of them are pretty mid, and then you have the sleeves, and of course packs and skip tickets. So I would say in this event, like, you really don't need to, like, use that much of the medals, so instead, I would play catch-up. Like, if you're missing some of these previous clan event cards, then you definitely want to get them from here, because, of course, you know, this is where the original Vanquisher wave was in, and also where, you know, you got Voltage, which is also a very good stride, but it is hard to get 4 VRs in one time, so with this, you can basically get yourself 3 VRs from the event, or not VRs, sorry, GRs, plus a few of the triples as well along the way. Alright, so with all that being said, we've gone through the cards. Let me go and do a test run against Mr. Henry. I want to see the animations that he has for Vanquisher, as well as the voice lines especially. So I haven't bought the new Rin skin yet, so you're gonna have to deal with me not having it. But let's play some Angels. I've been actually practicing with Angels and having a lot of fun with it. We could skip fight it, but I will choose not to skip it because, you know, skip tickets are quite limited these days. So you have to be a little bit careful with that. Especially in clan events now allowing you to just skip through everything, which is very cool. Sorry, I forgot that that was a Vanguard fight. So now let's go fight against Henry for real. I really want to improve my execution with Angels because honestly I feel like they got pretty good with the last wave. And last month all I played was Luard, so I feel a bit bad for not really playing with this clan much. So let's change that, right? Let's change that and mess around a little bit with Gavriel, my favorite. I always feel happy just seeing Gavriel. And also Rin, that's why I want to buy the skin as well here. So we open Gavriel, that's pretty cool. Grade 2-wise, we can, I mean, we're going second, so we need to draw into a Stride Fodder. I think we need her a bit more, so we'll see if we need to ride her or not. Oh, nice, we drew into the perfect Stride Fodder too. No PGs though, which is a little bit concerning. It looks like the Henry AI does run the new starter. Interesting. Runs the 11k attacker as well, the Wyvern thingy majig. So that's also pretty good, I'd say, I think. We have a PG, we're gonna ride the Malik, which is not optimal. We do want her in the damage zone, but it's not the end of the world, of course. So we can just basically swing here, put the heal back into the deck. We check a PG, which is fine, and then we're gonna just swing for damage. Looks like they also run the new grade 1. So this is the attacking one, slash the one that enables more attacks by your Vanguard. So Martial Art coming down with no targets, which I guess is kind of the weakness of this card. In the Search of Vanquisher, so we get to see the animation. I hope it's a new one. I kind of doubt it, but I hope so. So let's find out if that's the case. A PG goes to damage, which isn't super bad because we can actually fetch it out with no CL and stuff like that, so not too bad. My one of freaking surgery is gone. Unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna ride the KL here. I don't want to keep the you know, the good old Zabanya in the damage zone. I mean, in the hand rather. Because it's not gonna get bound, but I don't have boosters to commit. But my hand is 7, so it's a little bit dangerous. But I don't play draw, so it should be fine. So we're gonna swing and not do much with that. And then next turn we can play the Zabanya and do something with her. So that's good. All right, Vanquisher ride animation, go. It's improved! They fixed it! They fixed it! New ship, new sauce! New sauce, they fixed the Vanquisher animation! They actually made it into Henry, that's, oh my god! I'm gonna go buy the skin right now. I'm literally gonna leave my house in the middle of this video and go to Family Mart nearby and buy myself an iTunes card to buy that freaking skin! Dude! That's crazy! I wonder if Gabriel's animation also changes depending on the skin then, because this animation is insane. So I would like for them to not ruin it, if that makes sense. So let's find out, I guess. Let's find out. Let's try it into our girl here, literally the savior of this deck, which is LTL. So that's obviously great. We can choose to, I guess, Soul Blast to call this, to put this in. I guess let's CB and then rescue stuff out after that. So that might be the play. We have a Zabanya in here. Ooh, let's put the Harud in here. Definitely could use that for later. So let's call out the Zabanya, and then we're gonna rescue out. I guess we can Soul Blast 1 here to put you into the damage zone. There's a lot of things to do, so luckily AI fights do not use the timer. No, my PG got healed out, that's a bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Now then we're gonna put you into the damage zone as well here, after CBing, and then calling out your name. This can go here. That should be fine. Alright, and then of course we'll get to use LTL after that. We get a heal, yay! Freaking defensives are cool and based, so that's why you should call reguards first. Then we're going to flip face up and then rescue 2. So goodbye to the grade 3 that we put into damage. So hello Malik! That is actually very cool. So we can use this other Zabanya here. Actually we can't because we don't have enough soul. Whoops, I messed up. Which is fine. I'm going to use the stand trigger to re-stand that 16k column, which is going to be pretty cool. So let's see if we can hit the stand off of this rescue check. So count us 1, go back to deck, and then heal this out. Rescue check a stand trigger. I'm so good at this game, dude. Look at this OTK strat. Boom, 21. Go to 4, baby. And then check out double stand. Alright, grade 1, followed by grade 2, followed by nothing. Okay, we checked enough triggers there, I think. You know, we checked heals and stands and everything. Push the opponent to 5, and now, of course, the LTL will go back and use her skill to put back 6 cards back to deck, and they're like all triggers. Doesn't that feel amazing? Looks good. Alright, strat animation from Henry. What will he do? Go into Voltage, makes sense, because you want to have as many face-up vanquishers as possible. So now I think you also first strike Voltage, because if you can have 4 copies especially, it's pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna do that, do this, do a bunch of bindies. I'm gonna use a starter here as well to... I guess that's pretty good. If your opponent just passes on a front row, then I guess that's actually quite strong. Use for the starter. So that's pretty good. We check a stand defensive, which shuts down that other column on the side, which is good. I also gain power from the GB2, which LTL also enables, which is nice. And then the Vanguard checks no defensives, no offensives rather. And we see a Harut to the damage, which is good. He binds 2 cards to my drop zone, which I don't really mind to be honest. And then the rearguard circles did not hit. So, with that, we can stride once more. This time into the battle phase rescue power enabler. So we get a bunch of rescue checks here, plus a bunch of power, which is obviously great. So, going to Black Seraph Gavrail. So, with this, we can use Black Seraph skill first to enable the power-ups to go off. And then we're going to use Gavrail's skill here to call something from the damage zone, and then start popping off in battle. We can put the friend here, what was your name again? Aratoron, one of my favorite freaking cards. I guess we want to call up Malik here, because we already have grade 2s in hand that we can use. So call out the Malik. Malik will enable a rescue check. This will also see a rescue check after that, so... Don't have that many rescue checks at this timing yet, but... we can check quite a few with the stand and whatnot, so I'm just trying to think what's the optimal way to order this. I guess we do this, call the Gabriel over here, and then just use our skill to restand. So we're going to use the Malik here first to CB after this battle, and then potentially... Huh? What? Were you not called from damage? Oh, it's only if she battles the Vanguard in her attack. Okay, it's okay, we'll check 2 stands. It's fine. Okay, we whiff a heal, which is not too bad. And then we whiff something else. And then we're going to use your skill here to call out... I guess we can call you out here on top. And then we get another activation, potentially, of something else. Then we're going to give out some power. Going to give you the power here, and then you the power here. And then do it again, and then give it out like so. And then we check a stand, which is very good. So we're going to power you up over here. And then, of course, if we check another stand, we can restand the Malik, and then she will rescue check. I should have not boosted on the first attack. That was my fault. So there's a PG coming out, and then Aratoron to finish. So, pretty good. So yes, Angels are fun. It's pretty hard to optimize, so I've been making a lot of misplays because some of the wordings are a bit different from TCG, so I also mess up on that front. So apologies for that, but hopefully that was a good early showcase of Angels. I will be practicing more so I can do a deck and fight on the deck soon, because I really enjoy it, but I need to get you guys some of the set 8 decks out. I didn't build that many, but there's still a few. Oh crap, I forgot to use the Buskin! It's okay. It was for the content. It was for the content. I forgot that I have the Buskin today. I usually don't have the Buskin on the first day, so alas, I will go fix and reflect on my mistakes. My apologies. Anyway, y'all, that is it. That was the Narukami clan event. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and you're gonna finish the deck today as well. Not today, during this period. And if not, then have fun with it in Global. I know you guys in Global have bugs. I did not build bugs because I messed up and forgot to exchange my cards. And now ever since then, I never forget to exchange my cards on clan events, which is a good lesson learned. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.